right, Ashmit, but hang on. You also take us through the other two arbitration-related cases that you're tracking currently.
Well, there are two key arbitration matters that were up for consideration before the Apex Court. First, let's talk about the dispute between IOC as well as ArcelorMittal. Now, this is pertaining to dues that IOC is claiming worth over 8,700 crore rupees. What's interesting is that this could very well have implications not just for IOC as well as ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel, which is the other party in this case, but also for the larger IBC framework. What IOC is essentially claiming is that while their claims had been made under the IBC regime, they are making fresh claims of 8,700 crore rupees, which needs to be referred to an arbitral tribunal. That's the contention of the IOC. ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel, which is the successful resolution applicant for SR Steel, is clearly advocating here before the Apex Court that, look, this was a matter, this was decided at length under the IBC framework, and that any claim that has already been decided under the IBC cannot be agitated once again. In fact, at one point, the counsel for ArcelorMittal even referring to the IOC claim as a multi-headed Hydra monster. So that's one key aspect that the Supreme Court has reserved its judgment on, and the Supreme Court has not yet given a date for a final ruling. This was case number one. The other is the arbitral dispute that is underway between a subsidiary of Reliance Infra on one hand and Delhi Metro on the other. The amounts in question, again, large. We're talking about 8,400 crore rupees. What's important in this case is that this case was already decided in 2021. A review petition was also decided in favor of Reliance Infra. Now there is a curative petition that has now been filed before the Apex Court that was considered today by the Apex Court. The Supreme Court at this point asking for all sides to come back and make further submissions. This case is likely to be taken up further next week on Tuesday. But what's important is that Reliance Infra has its position clear that as far as the arbitral dispute is concerned, it has been decided in their favor by the Apex Court, courtesy of the review petition, and therefore no grounds have been made out for a fresh curative application. So a preliminary objection being raised by Reliance Infra. Which way the Apex Court will decide, we'll begin to get clarity next week on Tuesday.
So lots of action there from the courts. Thank you so much for those details, Ashmit. Now, in the